If you're waiting for the right time, watch this. I died on a Tuesday for 11 minutes, technically. The paramedics brought me back in the ambulance, but those 11 minutes, they showed me something I'd spent 74 years avoiding. The waiting was over. There was no more time left. I'm 81 now, 7 years since that Tuesday, and every morning I wake up knowing I'm living on borrowed time. Time I almost threw away waiting for the perfect moment that never came. Before I tell you what I saw in those 11 minutes, let me tell you who I was. Richard Morrison, Regional Sales Manager for 31 years. Good salary, nice house, 2 kids who turned out fine despite me, a wife who deserved better but stayed anyway. I was the guy who had plans, spreadsheets full of them. Retirement at 65, travel at 66, write that book at 67, learn guitar at 68, and visit my brother in Australia next year. Always next year.
The Tuesday it happened. I was sorting papers in my home office, making lists actually. Things to do when the time was right. My chest felt strange, like someone was sitting on it, but I had 3 more documents to file. The right time to check on that feeling would be after I finished. I woke up 3 days later in the ICU. My daughter's face was the first thing I saw. She'd been crying. "Dad," she said, "we thought we lost you." "I'm fine," I told her. But I wasn't. Because during those 11 minutes, something happened that I can't fully explain, but I need to try. People ask what I saw. White light? Dead relatives? God? No. What I experienced was simpler and more terrifying. I experienced nothing. Absolute nothing. And in that nothing, I understood something that 74 years of living hadn't taught me. Every tomorrow I'd saved things for didn't exist. Here's the lie we tell ourselves, and I told it better than anyone. There will be a right time. When you have more money, when the kids are older, when work slows down, when you're healthier, when you're ready, when conditions are perfect. I had a leather-bound, expensive notebook where I wrote down everything I'd do when the time was right. Learn Italian. Take Sarah to Paris as I promised on our wedding day. Call my college roommate Tom. Start that woodworking hobby. Have a real conversation with my son about why I missed so many of his games. That notebook was sitting on my desk when my heart stopped. 43 years of entries. Not one crossed off. You want to know what haunts me? Not the heart attack, not the surgery, not even those 11 minutes of nothing. What haunts me is a voicemail from my brother in Australia. He left it 2 months before my heart stopped. "Rick, just calling to say hi. Been too long, mate. Helen's not doing so well. Doctors say maybe 6 months. Would love to see you well, when you get a chance." I was waiting for airline prices to drop. Helen died 3 weeks before my heart attack. The right time to visit passed while I was comparing flight deals and checking my work calendar for the perfect 2-week window. At her service, which I watched on a laptop from my hospital bed, my brother said something that broke what was left of my heart. She kept asking if Rick was coming. I kept telling her, soon. After I got home, I found that leather notebook and burned it. 43 years of waiting, up in smoke in less than a minute. The fire was more honest than I'd ever been. My wife Sarah sat next to me as we watched it burn. "Remember Paris?" she asked. "I'm sorry," I said. "I don't want sorry," she said. "I'm 79 years old, Rick. I want Paris." We went 6 weeks later. I was still weak, still on a dozen medications, walking with a cane. It was the wrong time by every measure I'd used my whole life. Sarah had developed arthritis. We couldn't walk the Champs-Élysées like young lovers. We couldn't climb the Eiffel Tower, but we sat in a cafe in Montmartre, sharing a pastry, and she held my hand and cried. "Happy tears," she said. "I'd given up," she told me. "I thought we'd die in that same house, still talking about someday." That trip cost us a chunk of our savings. It was exhausting. My health wasn't ready for it. The timing was terrible. It was perfect. My son called last month. He's 52 now, older than I was when I started promising to slow down and spend time with him. "Dad," he said, "my daughter asked me why I work so much. I started to tell her about responsibility and providing and building for the future. Then I remembered all the times you said that to me. The silence on the phone stretched between us like years. "I'm becoming you," he finally said. And that scares me more than anything. I wanted to tell him he was wrong, that he was nothing like me. But we both knew better. The apple hadn't fallen far from the tree. It had taken root in the same poisoned soil of someday. "Come over," I told him. "Bring her, right now." "Dad, it's a Tuesday. She has school, I have meetings." "Come anyway." They came. We built a terrible birdhouse in my garage, got paint everywhere, missed bedtime, created chaos. It was the wrong time for everyone's schedule. My granddaughter still talks about it. "Grandpa's emergency birdhouse day," she calls it. As if joy should only happen in emergencies. Maybe it should. Maybe we need to treat joy like the emergency it is. I've got a new notebook now, not leather-bound. Just a simple spiral thing from the dollar store. But this one's different. I don't write what I'll do anymore. I write what I did. Called Tom, finally. He has Parkinson's now. We talked for 3 hours about nothing and everything. He said, "I thought you'd forgotten about me." 37 years of friendship, almost lost to, when things slow down. Started those guitar lessons. My fingers are arthritic. I'm terrible. The teacher is young enough to be my grandson and tries not to wince when I play. But yesterday I played Blackbird all the way through. Badly. But I played it. Told my daughter I was proud of her. Not for her job or her house or her achievements, just for being her. She said, "What brought this on?" As if a father needs the right time to love his child out loud. I volunteer at the cardiac unit now. I sit with people who've just had their own Tuesday moment, their own 11 minutes. They always ask the same question. How long until things get back to normal? They don't, I tell them. And that's the gift. Because normal is what almost killed me. Normal is waiting. Normal is notebooks full of dreams gathering dust while you gather regrets. There's a man in my ward, Michael, 55. Same condition I had, same situation too. Type A personality, everything planned, everything postponed. Last week his wife sat in the same chair Sarah once occupied, crying the same tears. "I just want him to come home," she said. "We have so much to do." "What's first on the list?" I asked. She looked surprised. We were going to renew our vows for our 25th anniversary, but that was 3 years ago. Now it doesn't seem important? I finished. "Let me tell you something about importance. Important what you do today. Everything else is just noise." They renewed their vows yesterday, in the hospital chapel. He is in a hospital gown. Her in jeans and the sweater she'd worn for 3 days straight. 2 nurses as witnesses, the hospital chaplain officiating. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong clothes, wrong everything. I've never seen 2 people more right for each other. Here's what those 11 minutes taught me, what 81 years of living confirms. The right time is a myth we tell ourselves to avoid the discomfort of doing what matters. We're all waiting for a perfect moment that exists only in our imagination, while real moments, imperfect, messy, inconvenient real moments, pass us by like trains we're too afraid to board. Your parents won't be here forever. That conversation you're avoiding won't get easier. The trip won't plan itself. The words, "I love you," don't improve with age. They just become heavier with the weight of being unsaid. I'm running out of time now. Not being dramatic, just honest. My heart's working on borrowed beats. Every sunrise is a surprise. And that's exactly how everyone should live. As if every sunrise is a surprise. Because it is. We just forget. More money? Less weight? Better weather? Kids to grow up? Parents to understand? Work to slow down? Confidence to appear? Fear of disappearing? I waited for all of those. I waited until my heart literally stopped beating. And in those 11 minutes of nothing, I saw the truth. There is no right time. There's only now and too late. Yesterday, Sarah and I sat on our porch swing. Same swing we'd sat on for 30 years, always talking about the trips we'd take, the things we'd do. But yesterday we just swung, held hands, watched clouds, said nothing and everything. "I love this," she said. "The weather?" I asked. "It's supposed to rain," she said. "This, us, now, even if it rains. Especially if it rains."
The right time is when it's raining, when you're tired, when it's expensive, when it's scary, when you're not ready, when it's imperfect. The right time is when your heart is still beating. Mine almost stopped on a Tuesday. 11 minutes of nothing that taught me everything. Don't wait for Tuesday. If this spoke to you, if you heard yourself in my waiting, then maybe share it with someone who's waiting too. We're all terminal. Some of us just have more confirmed diagnoses than others, but every single one of us is running out of time. The question is, what will you do before yours runs out? The right time isn't coming, it's already here. It's always been here, we just couldn't see past all our plans for tomorrow. I'm 81. My name is Richard, and I wasted 74 years waiting for the right time. Don't be Richard.